we're going to visualize the difference in file hierarchies between what the conventional computer has. So in my case, it's a PC running Windows. You might be using a MacBook or Ubuntu. And if you are running a container using Docker and how that file hierarchy works. So first, if you're at this stage, this is what you should see. And the first command I ask you to do is I ask you to, up here I was asking you to do ls and present working directory. So let me run this. Recall that we have this. And what's going on here is I have my PC. I'm going to do a little drawing down here. And we've got our PC. And in this specific folder, we're going to start here. I'm going to say CSE2 for short. That's for CSE20133. And we see we have two subfolders and two files. So I'm going to define the folders here. I will say doc for Docker. And then I'm going to say home. Like that. And then I'm going to have two green for, I'm going to say R for README, and my file CSE, which corresponds to this particular file. In the first step in 3.1, what I asked you to do is I asked you to start the Docker running this /CSE20133 command. So we do /CSE20133 run Docker, and we've now entered the container. And then the next thing I asked you to do is I asked you to do present working directory and then ls. So let's do those commands. pwd and ls. This demo.txt looks familiar. Now let's put all the pieces together. First, I'm going to exit out, and I'm going to cd into home, and I'm going to do ls. And we see that demo.txt is there. So now let me put a pen here, and we're going to do demo. And then I'm going to start the again, /CSE. /CSE20133, run Docker, and we're inside. And if I do ls, we have demo.txt, and if I say pwd, we have home CSE20133 user. Well, what's going on is that when I create the container, I create a container starting here. And we'll say this is CSE20133 user. -user. And when I've run the container, meaning I've performed this command, I go inside this box automatically, and that's where I start. But what I'm doing when I'm in the container is I'm running Ubuntu. So here we have Ubuntu. If I do ls, if I do ls-l, I see that I have an empty file for demo. So I'm now just going to type in the command clear. When I do PC, this is running Windows. So I would need to, I get inside the CSE213 file, I run my container, it takes me into the home, and then I run Ubuntu. But now let's compare and contrast. In the write-up, I described File Explorer. And what I said is we have C, and then if I go here, recall I had users Morai22 CSE20133/home. So I go to users. So now I'm coming all the way down, going to my username here, 20133, and now look, I'm in the same hierarchy. I go into home, and I'm able to edit the file. So in the directions, I said I would use Welcome back to Notre Dame, and best of luck in all your classes this semester. And now I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to save. Now that means I updated demo. So now let's take a look and prove it. When I do ls inside the container, we see demo still there, and ls-l means that the size went from 0 to 79 based on the 79 characters that I put into demo. So now we have demonstrated a basic hierarchy of how the containers work inside our normal operating system.